Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a three-part series on how to solve the 3x3 using a beginner's method. So this method, if you're watching this, it's probably your first time learning how to solve any Rubik's Cube, because usually you start with the 3x3. So um, it's fairly easy to learn at the beginning. You do have to do some memorization. You do have to write stuff down. So the stuff that I want you to get before we move on is just a piece of paper and a pencil. That's all you need. So you can feel free to pause the video and go grab those, and we'll get started on part one. Alright guys, so first we're going to start off with notation and learning your pieces. So there are three different types of pieces on a Rubik's Cube: an edge piece, a center piece, and a corner piece. Your centers are the ones that are in the middle of all the other pieces. So this is your red center, green center, orange center, blue center, white center, and yellow center. Your centers will always be in the same position. So even if you move it like that, even though it looks like your centers are moving, they're still in the same position relative to one another. And relativity is a big thing with centers on the Rubik's Cube. So they're still, even though it looks like the centers are moving and they're going in different positions, they are still staying in the same position and color scheme order relative to one another. So the color scheme order is another thing that you want to learn. So if I'm facing the yellow side, my color scheme order is blue, orange, green, and red, and then white's opposite of yellow. So that's my color scheme, and I've memorized that well. So if I know, oh, I'm looking at yellow, I know blue's here, orange is here, green is here, and red is here. And I know that blue is always opposite of green, and red is always opposite of orange, and yellow is always opposite of white. So you want to try and memorize your color scheme. That's one of the things that you want to try and memorize on the 3x3 or any Rubik's Cube. Mostly the color scheme is standard, which is what mine is. So if you have a Rubik's Cube, your color scheme is probably the same. Now let's get into further depth on the pieces. Now let's go on to the edge pieces. So the edge pieces are the ones in between the centers. So edge pieces are always in between two centers. So here's a white and orange edge piece, which belongs in between the white and orange centers. Here's a white and blue, which belongs in between the white and blue centers. White and red belongs in between the white and red centers, and white and green belongs in between the white and green centers. And the same thing goes for all the other edge pieces. So the edge piece always stays the edge piece. It always stays in the edge piece position. It never goes into a corner piece position. A corner, it always stays a corner, and the corners are the ones that are in between the three centers that are in between, or the three edges that are in between the centers. And a corner will always be a corner, and a corner has three colors on it, and the edge has two, centers have one. So this is where I want you to get a pencil and a piece of paper. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down the notation. Now, notation is a big thing with Rubik's Cube, especially if you want to write down algorithms or memorize algorithms. So there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different notation letters. And that is, let's start from the side. That is F, R, L, U, D, and B. What that stands for is front side, upside, right side, left side, downside, and backside. And those apply to the sides that are right and left, front, back, up, and down relative to you. So right now the green side is F, would be an F because it's the front side facing me. It's the front side relative to me. But if I rotate it, it's the right side. And this becomes the front side. So it's always going to be the same thing. Whichever side is facing you is going to be the front side. Whichever sides are to the right and left are going to be R and L. Whichever sides are up and down are going to be U and D. Whichever side is in the back is going to be B. So, now that you know notation, we're going to learn how to use notation. So, if I were to say an F, this would be an F. If I were to say an F prime, this would be an F prime. Now, an F is you turn the side that's facing you clockwise. F prime is you turn the side that's facing you counterclockwise, like that. So I will have there be an annotation right here, right now, about how the letters look like. So here's an F. Here's what an F prime looks like. As you can see, an F prime has a little apostrophe next to it. All prime letters have an apostrophe next to them, and all regular letters don't. So if you ever see an F with an apostrophe, that means that's an F prime, which means you turn that side counterclockwise. Here's what an R looks like. As you can see, an R is just a regular R. All of these are capital letters, by the way. R is just a regular clockwise move, and here's an R prime, and that means you do in the side that's on the right, you do counterclockwise. As you can see, there's an apostrophe up there. Here's what a U looks like. So if I see a U, I turn the side that's facing up clockwise. Here's what a U prime looks like, and that means I turn the side that's facing up counterclockwise. Here's what an L looks like, and here's what an L prime looks like, and that means I turn an L is clockwise, L prime is counterclockwise. Here's what a D looks like. That means I turn the side that's facing down counterclockwise. Here's what a D prime looks like. That means I turn the side that's facing down counterclockwise. And last, here's what a B looks like. That means you turn the side that's on the back clockwise. And here's what a B prime looks like. It means you turn the side that's on the back counterclockwise. So you should probably go ahead and write those down. They'll be in the description below, so you can look at that and write it down on your piece of paper. So now that we have pieces and notation, it's time to move on to the first step of solving your cube. Alright guys, so now we're going to learn how to solve our cross, which is the very first part on how to solve your 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Now this is what a beginner's method cross looks like. It kind of looks like a daisy flower. So you solve 4 white edge pieces around 1 yellow center. So this is what it looks like, and now I'll go ahead and show you how you do that. Mix it up here a little. Alright, so you look for your yellow center, and after you do that, after you locate it, you put it on the top. And then you want to try and look for 4 edge pieces that have white in them. So here's one, here's one, here's one, and here's one. So I know where all my edge pieces are. Now all I have to do is get all 4 of them around this yellow centerpiece. So here's one that's already in perfect position for putting up. So all I have to do is move it up like that. All I have to do is take this side and move it up, and now it's matching with the yellow center. And here's another one that's right in position to be put up. It's the white and orange. So what I can do now is all I have to do is do an R move. So if the red side is facing me, I just do an R move, which is moving the right side clockwise. And now it's matched up with the yellow. Now I have a blue one here that's in position. Now you might think, oh, what if I try and put it up like that? Well, look what happens. The white isn't matched up with the yellow. You want the white to be flip-flopped like that. So, and plus, if you did that, you would move your white and orange out of the way, so you don't want that. And it's this one, with this piece, you would move it up like that to match it up. But look, you already have a white and red piece there. You don't want to move this one out of the way. So what you want to do is you want to try and find an empty space. So we're going to turn until we have an empty space above this piece, which would be this one. So now all you have to do is take it, do an L prime move, which is moving the left side counterclockwise. And now I have this piece matched up with the yellow, and now all I need is one more edge piece. So I see that my edge piece is down here, the white and green. Now this is a bit tricky, because there are many ways to insert this. Well, first of all, I want to try and get an empty space above this piece, which would be right here. I could try and turn it twice, but look what happens. We get the same thing that happened with the blue. The white isn't facing up to match with the yellow, so we can't put it up like that. So the only way you can do this is you have to rotate it so that it's in the middle layer. You can put it on either side. I'll just put it on the left for now. And now we can insert this just like we inserted the blue. We don't want to do that because that moves our white and blue piece out of the way. So we want to, again, find an empty space to put above this white and green, which would be this one right here. And then we can just put it up normally, like that. And now we have our cross around our yellow daisy. So now comes the next part. You want to get all 4 of these to be around the white center. And the reason that you don't put it around the white center in the first place is because when you match up your cross, all of your white edge pieces, the other color, in this case I'll just use the green as an example, has to be matched up with the green center, or the right colored center. So green has to be matched up with green, red has to be matched up with red, as you can see, and blue has to be matched up with blue, like this, and orange has to be matched up with orange, like that. So what we do here is we match up a white center, we match up its other, or a white edge, we match up its other color with the matching colored center until it's matched up. So let's just take this green, for example. We got to turn it until it's matched up with its right colored center, which it is right here. And then once we have that, we take that side and we rotate it twice. So now it's matched up with the white center, and the other color side is matched up with its right colored center. So now we just have to do that with the rest of our pieces. So we see we have a white and red. We're going to try and match this red with the red colored center. There it is, it's matched up. So now we just turn this side twice. And now we have another white edge piece that's matched up with the white center. And then we have the other color, which is red, matched up with its red center. So now let's do it with the blue. So we got white and blue edge piece. We want to try and line up the blue with the blue center, like that. And once it's matched up, we turn it twice. And then we have this white and blue edge piece matched up with the white, and the blue matched up with the blue. Now we have the last one, which is already over its right colored center. So all I have to do is turn it twice. Now as you can see, we have a white cross, and all of the other colors edges are lined up on the right position over the right colored centers. So that is the first step in solving your 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So step 2 is going to be coming soon, maybe tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like and practice this. Keep practicing this until you know how to do it, and then you can go on to step 2. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time.